conclude and make my recommendations. Now, under conclusion, we should prioritize science in Africa and not necessarily politics. Because other people are doing it does not mean that we follow suit, because our problem is different. Our problem is about science, technology in Africa. Politics has been communal in Africa for ages and have ruled and presented a lot of harvest for their communities and citizens. We live in a digital-first world, and Africa cannot continue to blindly steal the future of our children today. The digital battle of the future will be very fierce and fought with the greatest weapon known to man. That is knowledge, data, information, emotions, and communications. Every nation will be judged by her foresight and constructive actions. Africa should reverse her illusionary development strategy of begging for what she already has in abundance, that is the capability of the human mind. Our weaknesses, if I mistake, includes the underestimating the monumental impact of the digital revolution and emerging information society to retool the entire workforce and our environment. If we take cognizance of the Second World War, especially where almost about 13 million houses were destroyed in Germany, it created a new momentum, and the impact was awesome. To rebuild Germany, it takes people and knowledge to rebuild a nation. It takes people and knowledge to transform economy. It takes people and knowledge to secure a nation. Neglecting innovation research, teamwork culture, and massive impact of consumerism mentality is one of the banes of our society and our continent. It is time, therefore, to reinvent and rediscover Africa. Underutilization of abundant ICT human resources for employment in tourism and other areas of research are still begging for solution. Gross digital infrastructure deficit. We thank our Honorable Minister for creating exponential stride in ensuring that we can leapfrog with the broadband now being accelerated. We can have alternative power sources, access to the internet, broadband, and security of life. And of course, inadequate personal data security and digitization regulatory empowerment is being taken care of, which is very important. Mobility and transportation, congestion culture, if we look at our design, unlimited care for African children, using a matchbox urban planning mentality for our shelter and houses. If you go to Mombasa, if you go to Enugu, if you go to a lot of places, you see the congestion is because of poor urban planning. This planning were made exclusive of our children, who are the future of the coming generations. And this mentality must be reversed, just as we can reverse the content of the documentation of IMF and World Bank. Just turn another ecosystem which we can drive. Now, time is endless but scarce. Critical elements of development, people, culture, environment, education, science, and innovation. We cannot eat our cake and still have it. We need to disrupt the African time. Time, curiosity, and passion are the most critical variables of learning, innovation, discovery, and technology value chain. Time to think and conceptualize within an environment. Time to articulate, develop, architecture and design. Time to implement, pilot test, manufacture, and improve. Our number one citizen should be the first marketing officer of the nation in what we do, both domestically, continentally, and of course to the world. Time to support and promote national action, citizen satisfaction. Time to prepare for disaster and business continuity. Time to diversify. Roadmap for endless innovation cycle is out there. And we friends on the same road that is leading us to deficit productivity, to disrupt all the above. Post-COVID-19, time to reimagine the future of things in Africa. Going forward, ladies and gentlemen,